So, hi everyone. So I meant to film these in advance so that I didn't need to do it over Pisces Moon, but I didn't get to do that. So I'm filming it today. So like I said, I'm just gonna I I just feel as expected. I just feel very like sleepy and can't be bothered doing any of this. So just so that you know that in advance. If you don't want to watch, you don't need to kind of thing. But like I said, I am just again, and I feel it is to do with like the very last of Leo. So boredom, is what I was feeling strongly the other day, and I'm still, it is because basically Leo is about fun, 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 and the few people I've experienced like lately. I don't know. I think there has been something about this Leo season, like whether people follow astrology as closely as what I do or we do. Because if you follow me, you probably like astrology too. Um, people would have a general awareness of around this time of year being more fun. And it can be to do with the weather. It can just be people feel more upbeat and blah blah blah. But yeah, I didn't experience it to be the best. You know what I mean? It's not like anything necessarily really bad happened. It's just fucking boring. And I've got to admit, I suppose it would have been better if that one and only night out I hadn't been such a disaster, really. And again, it's like I have to keep looking at Brexit. You know what I mean? It was a nice time because whenever I'm with my best pal, I have a great time. I can just actually, because if truth be told, when I was saying I didn't have a good birthday, I thought about it after. And I actually did have a really nice birthday. It was actually perfect. It was just I experienced it the week before because, she took me out for tea and we had cocktails. And I mean, again, it wasn't a while. We just literally had a couple, and then we came back and watched like cheesy 80s films, and then the next day we done that too in our jammies. Like we watched some of my favourite films. So you know what I mean? It's I didn't my actual day of my birthday was, and again, like I said, my actual day of my birthday was nice too with my favourite people. But yeah, so I don't know why they're getting me through that. I always trust. So perhaps one of yous have actually got a birthday round about now when you're listening to this because it's timeless. Or you might just feel a bit the same as me, as that summer was a bit of a lead balloon. Do you know what I mean? Because if truth be told, although Leo season is my favourite, it is really just for that. Like I love the festival, so that, do you know what I mean? Like that's from my perspective why I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? I've only been once. I got pished, and but not pished in the good way, as in you're dancing till 5 in the morning like last year. Just pished and too drunk and had to come home. So, and I did that. I had the opportunity to actually go up and see something last night because my family were here. Like what I thought, usually at least some of them come up. But I didn't feel like it in Pisces. You know what I mean? I just didn't feel like it. So we've got father again. So father's jumped out here. Talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light with a tribal unit, or the shadow attributes are dictatorial control, abuse of authority. So how I was going to change it up, because I'm feeling a bit, just that bored energy. And again, I've no idea why I went on talking about birthdays and shit like that, but trust me, it will make sense to someone. But what I was going to use the archetype cards for, and I really want to find my other circle ones, is I want to use these as like a signifier as who this might be for. So in this instance, like, it's either going to be that the cards that come out now, that's to identify who this is for. So this could be for a father, or it could be about your dad. You know what I mean? I swear to God. See, so that's just happened in real time. That's why I'm changing my number, like, because I've already had like 3 spam numbers today, like, and it's not like to us, it doesn't really bother me because I just block it. As soon as I get I just block it. But it's like, it is a bit irritating. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, if I had a different number, that shit wouldn't happen. So again, I feel that's going to be about I don't know, karmic ties, like releasing karmic ties. Like, I feel like that phone number is a karmic tie for some reason. And it doesn't surprise me, because it does mean there's so many random people out there. Again, and not loads, because I actually don't give my number out very easily, but think about it, because I've had my number since I was like 17, there are going to be random people that have got my number. Not as, like I said, not as many as what some other people might have, but and it's not, like I said, it's not as if these random people are hitting me up, but it's about energy. It's about being linked to people. It's like when I've spoke before about if you're sitting in random WhatsApp groups that you haven't spoke for like 2 years or 3 years, or there's an awkward atmosphere. Like, I remember before I deleted my WhatsApp, I was in a few groups, like say I'd done a course or something, but I hadn't spoke to these people in years, and I was just sitting in a random group, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, you know what I mean? It's weird energy. And that, like I said, I'm so telepathic and so can feel energy that strongly. It does matter. Like, I felt like it was draining my energy, like being in an awkward situation like that. So I don't know, like, either you could have a similar thing going on, or it could be literal. Like, you've got people around you literally in a friendship group or something, you just don't feel like you've got anything in common anymore. And it's about, you know, yeah, most people do just suck it up and get on with it, but you don't need to. I think that's the point. And I now get, like, you know, I think because I'm in that kind of sleepy vibe, kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but I just feel very kind of like I said, just bored of like repetitive karmic cycles, like reading on other people's, or bored of like the same repetitive stuff in my life as well. But I'm just resisting making big changes that are too big, because it's not wise to start a brand new big change in a Mercury retrograde, because chances are you're going to change your mind. So that's the wisdom that I have in my back pocket, is I know not to do that. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to Mercury coming out of retrograde very soon, in a week. But then we're still in the weird shadow for about another 2 weeks. So really, we're in it for another 3 weeks, I would say. But it won't be as strong after a week. But yeah, anyway, so like I said, let's just see, because that's what leapt out. So I'm shuffling them, and then I'll do it in front of you, because I did need to do it in front of you, but that leapt out. Could you tell us something else? So, like I said, I might be, well, I not might, I will, I'll ask them as I go along, but I feel it's going to be, this could be for different reasons. Like I said, that could either be you, it's about somebody you know, or there's an issue with a father. So let's just see. Or it could be like God, you know what I mean? What else? Oh God, I thought I said mother there for a minute. Mentor, but I don't like it. It did come out reverse. Inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. Oh God. Right. So because that came out like that, I feel that's a father's been giving somebody bad advice. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I feel that's about. Or a father was given bad advice by a mentor. See what I mean? How it could go both ways. Let's see. Oh, and the Messiah, and it's in the reverse. Exaggerated belief that your only means through which a cause can succeed. So do you know what I mean? But then look, that's the one that kept coming out about serving humanity with humility. That and because we're still in that Aquarius full moon energy, like that's energy that kept coming through, that somebody had a big purpose. I think that I get this. I think this is like somebody's got. This is about a divide again. If you're new to the channel, I didn't even give that chat. Do you know what? I'm being a rebel, Aquarius full moon rebel. I'm not doing my chat. If you want to hear my chat, my intro about how I help people and everything, just listen to any other video. I'm in that mood where I can't be bothered. So I mean that's quick what I say anyway. But right. So basically. Yeah, this is but basically all I was going to say was I usually do read for masculine energy. And again, the point, I suppose that is quite, yeah, they've been talking to me a lot about that, is that it's important that you know that I am very good. I'm not going to be modest, because we are on the very last of Leo, so that would be about tooting your own horn, but just make sure you don't do it too much. But I am very good at balancing masculine energy in anyone, regardless of your gender, whether it's men that are too masculine and toxic with it usually, and basically not embracing your feelings, or women that are too masculine, which is a vast majority. I don't know why I said majority like that. A vast majority of women as well. And then you've got the other complex thing of a lot of, like, and I did speak about this on the last live. There is a lot of other women that think they're in feminine energy, but they're not, because it's divine feminine energy is very palpable. If you are in, like, there will be a palpable change around others. And it's why, like I said, I was grateful when some of you were sharing on the live, but there's always somebody sharing on the live. I can shift people into embracing their so I'm not, just to be clear, I am not shifting somebody from being the masculine to the feminine. That's for you to recognize, are you more of the masculine or are you more of the feminine, right? Regardless of your gender. That's why I always say regardless of your gender. And it's a like for you to be able to spot it, but I can spot it. Like, that is my gift. I can spot it right away. And like, whether you chat on the chat or whether it's one-to-one, and like I say, I can observe it from when I watch others talking online as well. Like, I can feel it right away, whether it's the person doing the video or whether it's people chatting in the live chat, whether it's people leaving comments. I can just feel it. And that's basically what I'm saying is, it is quite interesting to observe, because it's like a lot of people could get very confused about that. And like, you can even see, I looked at 1144 there, so a lot of twin flames can get confused about that too. But I'm laughing when I'm saying it, because even if you're around all the time, you'll see, like, the way I describe it, it isn't the simplest. And it's why I don't do videos like, this is this and this is that. I don't do it like neat packaged, I don't know, videos like other people. It's just, if you're willing to hang out and be one of the soul family and catch me on a live, I'll go into chatting about this stuff all the time, you know what I mean? I know not everybody's got like 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 8 hours, like I can sit on it, but it's, when I watch it back, because I watch it back to write things in the comments and just to see what to title it, and really because sometimes it's like, I want to see what's been said as a viewer. I just watch it in bits, you know what I mean? Like, I watch over a few days. But anyway, the point is I am in that true divine feminine energy. So people get big shifts. Like, I can hold space like that, for people to create, to create that shift in their life. So I'm holding space for you to make changes in your own life, basically. And that's why I always say, it's like, it's only people that are really going to take on board what's said and make the conscious effort to make the changes in their life. So for instance, if you are someone that's too in your masculine, you're going to be like more focused on business and money and getting ahead and success, and which there's nothing wrong with, but if you're more focused on that than the love, and especially with twin flames, like, it's about the love, and if you're procrastinating a lot, not making decisions, kind of like pushing away what you know you need to focus on, that's very scattered masculine energy. And also, if you're push, go, like busy, like, you know what I mean? I'm sure I've just described a lot of people listening, if you're being honest, or you were that at one point, or a lot of people, you know what I mean? It's, we're taught to work, hustle. And that's what I mean. It's like, I work hard too. I mean, I've got Saturn and Scorpio. I work very hard, but I work hard in a different way. And, I'll go at it and I'll put the videos out and but I'm in a very chill, relaxed, feminine flow. And I absolutely slow down on the water moons, which are frequent enough. There's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So whenever the moon is going through these signs for a couple of days each month, it's not that I won't do anything, but I'll do lower energy tasks, or I will take a full day off to just not do any of this. But I will have planned ahead that there's something for you to watch. And actually, yesterday I didn't even have a longer video. I just cut bits of the shorts, because I just couldn't be bothered, you know, like, and I did have things on my phone I could, and I thought, you know what, I'm just not going to push. So that's what I mean. It's like, yeah. But anyway, so I don't, like I said, I'm in that Pisces flow, so it's gonna I'm gonna be very chill. So this might end up being quite long, I don't know. But like you said, it's interesting because although I don't really want to channel and I just want to chill, I actually done that all day yesterday. It was great. I just absolutely chilled out. I slept really late. I done it again today. I watched New Girl till like 2 in the morning or something, and it's quite cool because it's like recorded more than new one. Well, it feels new. I'm sure I have seen. The thing is, I think I only watched, like I said this before, but I think I only watched the first 2 seasons of New Girl, and then I'm thinking it might, like, I was wondering if it might have been something to do with the channel that it was on that I didn't have it or something, but I don't think so because, like, wherever I've been, I've always made it, like, put it this way, I mean, I would have always have made it a priority to have, like, you know, like, whatever it would be. It's always Virgin Media that I had, or Sky or something, because, not Sky, actually, I've never had Sky, but you know what I mean, I would make sure that I had the channel because I used to think my mentality when I was actually still some, well, it's different now, but wait, what I'm trying to say is, although I like to have a night out and do stuff and that, like, my priority was always, like, I never wanted to lose having my channels and that. And then eventually, you know, when I got the movie channel, oh my god, I never looked back, because it's like, well, at least if you're skinned, at least if you've got food in the fridge and you've got something, you know, to keep you company on the telly and that, like, or like me and whoever my friends were at the time and stuff. So I don't, basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think it would have been that. It must have just been, I do think it must have been that I found it triggering or something. And again, that's weird because I'm the kind of person that throughout this whole thing, like, I'm very good at teaching other people. I say it quite a lot in the shorts when it comes up in the cards. It doesn't, like, it doesn't trigger me when I see people in love. It makes me feel, when it's genuine anyway, like, it makes me feel excited to have that one day. You know what I mean? Like, and that is the truth. And I always used to say that when, if ever I was with anyone else or a client or something that was like, oh, I'm seeing everyone love, blah, blah, blah. Because you know what, it's natural. People can feel like that. I'm quite good at, like, being like, look, every time you see somebody like that, like, think, do you know what? Good for them. I'm looking forward to when I've got that one day, or I'm going to give that to myself until I've got it, kind of thing. And you have to be like that on the twin flame journey, or you'll not get very far. You know what I mean? Or you'll trick yourself into being into things that aren't going to make you as happy. And I get what they're meaning by that, because that's divine feminine energy. Like, true divine feminine energies can't run away from knowing who their twin flame is, and therefore usually, like, yeah, it's nobody does it for you is the best way to put it. Like, you don't want to be in anything else with anyone else, you know what I mean? You just want to be in it with them or nobody. And look at this, right as I said that, that's not a coincidence. Look at the thing. My birthday, 4/18, and that's also about union. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's no such thing as a coincidence that I'm talking about. That is my purpose, is what I keep observing from over 10 years nearly of doing this, and longer, because I was healing myself before that, and I was actually healing other people for that, but that's when I made up this name. Like, that some people might have looked, and even other twin flames might have looked at me like I was unusual for that. Like, why am I not spending time with somebody else, or, you know, experiencing different relationships? But the more it's because there aren't really too many people that are the divine feminine out there that are flying the flag for that. And then even some people that are claiming to be that, well, like I keep saying, like, they're either they are the feminine, but they're too operating, and, like, you know, they're too masculine. Like, they're still too masculine. Like, because again, I have observed over the years there are a lot of, like, people that help twin flames, but they're like, they did, you know, a lot of them don't seem to have the same struggles, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what that is. And I could have judged myself that I'm not doing things right, but actually, I now kind of really do get it from observing a lot of people. It's like some of those feminines were actually too in their masculine, or they're the actual masculine. So I'm going to keep standing by that. It's like, because I'm seeing the proof of that, what I've felt for years, observing others. People I like, by the way, it's people I like and stuff. But it's like I said, it's all just it's interesting. Like that's why I've said before, like, you know, it surprises me that a lot of people that tune into me don't seem to watch other people. You know what I mean? But in another way, it doesn't, because I suppose that is the conclusion I've come full circle to. Is it's not confused me, but I can see how it's confused others, and it's like I needed to know how other people talking about twin flames have confused others to know how to help people. Like I'm actually just, I'm trying to be really honest here. I'm trying to, because at Pisces moon it is confused. I'm trying to think if I have been confused. No, I am seeing one now actually. I have been confused. But again, like I've said before, it hasn't confused me of who my twin flame is or not, because I didn't approach watching people talking about twin flames like not knowing who he was. So maybe that's a bit different to other people. Like I knew who my divine masculine was. If truth be told, I didn't put in, like, I wasn't searching twin flame, like I said, the video. And again, that's how it really happens, by the way. So I'm not saying if you realise you're on that journey and then you start looking up videos about it that you're not a twin flame. But with a lot of people that I've helped, the video just came up on your timeline, you know what I mean? Like I just appeared, or like other people have, you know, that's how you found out about it. And that's how it happened to me all those years ago, that I'd already realised who he was to me through a series of different amazing synchronicities. And so the confusion around, is it him? And again, I just want to, oh my god, I'm seeing an amazing rainbow forming out the windows. I'm talking here, and I just want to be clear, I wasn't like, at the time, because this was so long ago when I was a teenager, the people around me, it's not like I wasn't like, is he my twin flame or is he my twin flame? But it was a case of, who do I like more? Is it such and such or such and such? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, but even with that, it's hard to describe, because twin flame wasn't on the table. Do you know what I mean? Like he wasn't offering a relationship or anything. Like he, far from it. He was and is probably always going to be a bit of a party animal. And I, you know what I mean? I do appreciate that. But like I said, because I've that, and I laugh and I appreciate it, because that he is my masculine energy. So I am more in the feminine, because I like to just, you know, I like, again, it's really hard to describe, because I have got a wild woman feminine energy in me. Like when I go out to dance, I like to dance, but I'm true divine feminine energy is that I only feel like I can do that if I feel safe and protected. So, which is, again, that sounds very feminine energy, doesn't it? Like, because I've went through that period in my life where I've went out and I've not bothered about that. Like I've went out and I've got too drunk, and I've been with other people that are getting too drunk, and you know, I've just had nights out where I've not felt safe, or then things have actually happened to me where I wasn't safe, you know, and then you think you wish you didn't go out. Whereas, do you know what I mean? That's the difference. Like I love myself more now, and I have done for a long time. And if I'm going to go out and go a bit wild, I want to make sure I'm protected by the people I'm with, whether they be other females or one other person usually, or like be with a protective male at least, you know. And it's, which actually, yeah, like, that's quite funny that it's on father, because you know that, yeah, sometimes would be my dad, but you know, obviously it's like, and then there's times when you go out yourself, you've got to have your own masculine energy, which is about you protecting yourself, boundaries basically. So anyway, don't know what that was all about, but to bring it back to this, I really do feel there's something about somebody was giving somebody bad. I feel like a dad has been giving somebody bad advice, and basically like, look, this is basically, it feels like that kind of vibe of, this is the right way, either do it my way or you're doing it the wrong way. So unfortunately that's what I feel, right? So that's who somebody's influenced somebody about something, right? So let's now shuffle, and could we get some information about who this is for? I mean, so that gives you advice about who's influenced you if this is you. But oh, and I've just noticed as well, it's the 21st today, so 21 is the World card, a karmic lesson completing, happy endings, or endings, don't always need to be happy, karmic endings. Could you tell us about who this is going to make sense to? Although, do you know what I mean? It's still, they already have, because you could be a father that has been given bad advice as well. But I'm more stronger feeling it's like a dad that has given, or a father figure. There's just, oh my god, that's going to make me piss myself laughing. So I'm just laughing, I don't even know the song, but there's a George Michael song, Father Figure, because in one of the episodes there's a homeless man that comes and starts singing at Winston's date. Oh, it's that, honestly, if you know what I mean, that is the funniest episode ever. He awkwardly interrupts their date and starts singing, I will be your father figure. And I don't even know that song, so I don't know, but that's just what popped into my head. So it's clearly going to have some sort of meaning here. Right, shuffle thumb, tell us about the identity of who this is for. Oh, hello, hedonist. So, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates beauty in yourself. So, this could either be, either a feminine, this could be for a divine feminine energy that, yeah, like, because look at what I was saying actually, you inspire creative energy in others and you own it, you own your beauty in the sense of not just aesthetically, but your soul as well. And that's actually what today's about, the very last of Leo, like, right before it moves into, the more sort of humble energy of grounded Taurus. Like somebody, but I actually do know, I think I know at least one person, I can think of a couple of people with a birthday today, and they are very good looking people, but actually a beautiful soul as well. So that's not always going to be the way, that'll be the combination of that person's astrology. But yeah, I feel this is something, and also remember Leo is the 5th house of sex, so this could be somebody that basically oozes a lot of sexual energy is what I'm feeling. So whether you are a woman who's a divine feminine, or a man who has a lot of that kind of energy of, a lot of sex appeal, a lot of sexual energy, seductive, maybe what I'm feeling as well. And it didn't come out in the shadow side, so we're going to go with that. This isn't a bad thing. It's like somebody's got a lot of creative energy. A warrior, yeah, like there's fire energy too. A lot of sexual, passionate warrior energy. Strength and skill, discipline and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism and self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. Yeah. This feels like a feminine energy actually. Oh, so that's quite an interesting dynamic. If this is going to be for a feminine, it means that we've got a feminine energy. So just to be clear here, divine feminine energy, but you could be a woman or a man. Somebody that operates in the divine feminine energy more. So, because again, there's so much confusion about this. And again, like I said, I don't mean to explain it confusion, like in a confusing way. It's just, I know what I mean, but I find it hard putting it words. And if you tune it all the time, you see that I do get there. But because it does make sense. If you actually tuned into me for years, it does make sense, right? For your own life or for what you see other people going through. I feel if you do watch other twin flames and stuff like that, basically this is somebody that's predominantly the divine feminine, that you're comfortable in your sexual energy, you inspire other people to heal, you're a warrior, you've integrated your own shadow, you know, you don't let your ego get carried away. Like, so for instance, like when I've said, like, you, the feminine energy, you do what you need to do to heal, and when you know who your divine masculine is, you don't want to be in any other connection with anyone else. So it doesn't matter if there's people that are very convincing about out there, like, you know, if you're masculine, spend time with somebody else, you know, it's okay for you to spend time with somebody else. You know, don't put your life on hold, you know, don't wait around for people, because yeah, it's true, don't put your life on hold and don't wait around on anyone. But that also doesn't translate to just go and sleep with anyone, even though you know that you're in love with your masculine. Like, that's not what that means. It means don't make them the be all and end all and jump through any hoop when they say hi again. You know, have your own standards, your own boundaries, and know your worth, basically. But also don't shut somebody off and, you know, start running yourself. It is a very fine balance, and this is what I always like to stress. That's only if you're a twin flame. Like, you know, if you're not a twin flame, yeah, it's different. You know, the twin flame connection is different. It's just, that's how you know you are true twin flame. The desire won't even be there, and that's why I've said that the whole time. Like, that's what I'll say, is that has confused me sometimes when people are out there claiming to be in their divine feminine energy, but giving other people that advice about, you know, if you're the feminine and you're with a soulmate right now, I'm like, no, but the true feminine doesn't do that. The distorted feminine, that's okay if you're that. It's not. I know it sounds like a bad thing, but it means that, like, you've not healed fully, and you're still, you know, you need to be in things with other people to learn the karmic lessons. But that you're not in that divine feminine energy yet. You know, you're still in that. Like, again, at one point in my life, I was in that. Like, that would be when I was still like, oh God, I haven't slept with somebody in like 6 months or a year or something, and you know, subconsciously, like, I would be like, fuck, I need to sleep with somebody because that's weird. Like, I was in that period of my life for a while, and then I grew the fuck up and I was like, who gives a shit? I don't want to just sleep with anyone. I know who I love. It doesn't matter that he's not where I'm at. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And that's when you've healed that and you're not in it. And that's what I mean about so just be wary about that, because it's like, if somebody is saying that, that doesn't compute at all with being a true divine feminine in that healed energy. Or, because again, like, and that goes for even people that are in a union, because it's like, that might be some of the people out there that it's like, you know, they could be a woman, but they're not the divine feminine, they're the divine masculine. So that's why it makes sense to me that they are with somebody that then turns out to not be the masculine. And that's really complicated, because it's like, that's not, I do feel for people, because that's not somebody lying. It's like they've got a bit confused. They're thinking, all right, I'm the woman, I'm the divine feminine, but they're not, they're the masculine. And I just kind of think that's one of these things that I'm always just like, oh, I pray for these people, and I just looked at 33 minutes. I pray for these people to come across me explaining it, you know, but because, like I said, I've never seen anybody else explain it like that. The way I see everybody else explain it is wrong. So that sounds a little bit, that's quite funny. That sounds a little bit wrong in itself, but it is true. It's like, people aren't explaining it right. Like, and even like, I try to gently do it, like, you know, if when to help yous work out too, is that it's like, you know, it's a very different thing to me. And again, I have experienced this. I've said before, but I've experienced that. I've experienced reaching out to help for people that, like, have put it across like they're in feminine energy, but then when I've actually experienced a service from them, I'm like, that's not the feminine energy, you know what I mean? Because because it would be people that are like, I don't know, open to other people, like open to all, like, you know, open to connections with other people. That's not divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is the interest in other people. It doesn't mean you're not going to get attention, because look, we ooze this. True divine, I mean, I'm in that too. Divine feminine energy have huge sexual appeal, huge sexual energy, creative energy, and you're a warrior, because it is really rough to be the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Like you said, I'm a true divine feminine because I can stand up for both, right? Both go through a rough time. And that's how, you know, that's what it means to me about battling ego. Think about it, like when you do find out that your masculine is like jumping from person to person or different people, not really caring who it is, or in a long-term relation with someone that's not you, like, you know, that could really trigger your ego. But you've got to kind of go back into your feminine and be like, you know what, they don't know, their spirits are asleep, it's not the time, they've got karmic lessons to learn, which is why I'm saying, you know, that's the masculine. The masculine energy is the person that gets in relationships with others. The feminine does it too, but the feminine usually does it much, much earlier on in the journey, in my experience. Yeah, and that's my experience, and I'm just trying to think, that is my experience, and that is the experience of a lot of other people I've helped. No, I can't be bothered doing this. Hi everyone, my name's Claire. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, empowering you to empower yourself on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. Everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy, meaning that I'm always channeling the energy of who this is going to make the most sense to. So I could be channeling the energy of you, or I could be channeling the energy of your twin. And if it doesn't make sense to you, it's, quite frankly, maybe it's just not yours. Or it could be yours and it hasn't happened yet, because I channel Akashic Records, past, present, future. Although I use a lot of cards, I'm always sending healing energy, a clear energy. Clear means clear, meaning clear quartz, which is a generator of all other crystals. And I also, and I also protect people from negative energy. I clear spell work, witchcraft, black magic, which in modern day is just gossip, lies and slander, which unfortunately happens a lot out there. And actually, if I could, and I amplify people's gifts as well, which a clear quartz does too. So you know what I mean? I'm clear in the way of, I bring people crystal clear clarity and visions, but I also clear energy. Wouldn't it be cool if I made that like my intro every day? But I wouldn't. Again, I think that's quite funny that I do that. I find it entertaining. Some of these times I channel the intro, it's like totally bang on what I do, but I couldn't remember to say it. So anyway, I know I'm sounding pretty chirpy. I must have tapped into that last of the Leo Sun energy. But I'm actually, I have been more in the Pisces. But I think, you know, to be honest, I just filmed something for, I don't know, I think it was about 30, 40 minutes. And it was quite interesting. So I'll just tell you, because it's, I just decided to stop doing it. But look, I was channeling a message about, like, it felt like for divine feminine energy, basically a true divine feminine energy. So I resonate with this too. That is very comfortable with your sexual energy, so that's very in line with the last of the Leo today, and the warrior. So strength, skill, discipline, toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and conquer the egos. So to me, this is true divine feminine energy, because, you know, you don't let your ego win. You know, you've integrated, you've looked at your shadow, you've accepted it, and you've integrated it, which is why I always say there's a difference between accepting and integrating the shadow, and not hiding away and running away from your problems, and just doing shadow work. You know what I mean? Like, anyone can do shadow work, but to really do the shadow work and then accept yourself and integrate it, you know, that would be this beautiful feminine energy where you have looked at all parts of you, and you can comfortably look in the mirror and be like, I really love you, you've went through a lot, and I'm going to protect you throughout everything. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you're linked to your twin flame forever. You know, forevermore. You've been linked to them for lifetimes, you will be linked to them for lifetimes energetically, but you're never guaranteed to be with anyone else other than you. You know, in the physical, you've got to have your own back, and that's a true feminine warrior energy. So it was a really interesting energy. And then there was other cards about, it was, they might still be sitting here actually, it was father, oh no, I've shuffled it. It was father, And then it was Messiah in reverse, and what was the other one? Mentor in reverse. So basically, generally, what I got from that was it's like, it felt like a father has given somebody bad advice at some point. So again, you could be the divine feminine, but like you're a female or a male, or it because it was just to identify who the reading was going to be for. But I couldn't be bothered doing the rest of it. Again, I don't do that very often, but I couldn't be bothered, so I'm just recapping. Or it's a father has been given bad advice by somebody that they look up to. That's what I was getting from it as well. But also, yeah, because it's interesting that came out in reverse, because that card was coming up a lot lately for somebody that's here to do a lot of good for the world, but who's been encouraged with wrong advice. So again, that really could be for a divine feminine or a divine masculine. And again, that might not tie into what I'm about to do here. I'm only telling you that because, actually, do you know what? I probably will put that up at some point. I'll watch it back, but it was like, it was more just like it felt more like a teaching video about true divine feminine energy, actually, rather than like a reading. So that's fine, but it's just, I don't know, in case I don't put it out, because I would have liked to have carried on doing the reading for like a lot longer, but I'm just not in the vibe to really, I don't know, I'm just quite sleepy, so I'm just going to do whatever, because I didn't get around to doing the videos the other day. And so just so you know, look, it is Mercury retrograde, right? And the Mercury retrograde actually is, for me, it is about work, so that's why I'm avoiding doing something completely different, like a new, because that's not wise in a Mercury retrograde, right? But like I've been honest about, the boredom has kicked in about same old, which it usually does for me, you know, and usually I get over it and I just need a couple of days, or sometimes I need longer, like a week or a couple of weeks to myself, and I change it up. But I feel I usually do for Virgo season, do some kind of focused, I'm just going to, you know what, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, actually. I'm going to probably do something around promoting my work around, like, although this is what I do all the time, like detox, you know, like I usually in Virgo season, I promote my package of 4 sessions, which is about like detoxing your mind, body and soul. So yeah, I might do something like that. I'm talking about, like, I might just do that for a week, or I might do it all month. Like, I might have a video. I don't know. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't want to commit to that, like, right now, because. But actually, I could commit to it for a week, and then if we're liking it, I'll carry on. But I'm looking about, I've not got again, it's not Virgo season until, I think it's actually tomorrow. I'm just going to check that. I'll pause it while I check up. Yes, I knew that, but I wanted to check. So it is indeed Virgo season tomorrow, and it's Aries moon, so I'll have more energy. So I look forward to that, and so might you if you find this tiring. So, but I feel, because everything I do is part of the message, I feel there's something you already know, but you might be double checking that it's true. You might be, oh wow, and maybe that's why. So maybe that is why they just wanted me to tap in on those with the archetype cards. Wait a minute, let's just see, just in case the same shit comes out again. So piecing that together, this could make sense for you. That bit doesn't need to, but I'm just realising it maybe does. And remember, this could be long in the past, it could be presently, or it could be, you know, bad advice that's to come in the future. But basically, that's really quite simple. Somebody's dad could have given them bad advice, past, present, or future. And I'm pretty sure you'd be lying if you said no. Like, you know, you can love your dad, but they can give bad advice. I mean, God, I love my dad, but whenever he gives me bad advice, like, well, I don't take it, basically, do you know what I mean? But there will have been times in my life when I have taken this bad advice, because I'm just, you know, you do look up to your dad, so that's what I'm saying. There is something about that, because that's what the vibe was. So that's quite interesting. It's 444 as I'm filming as well, and I actually started filming at 441, so but this is quite interesting. Let's just see. Yeah, so I'll just do a bit of a go with the flow message today, basically, and then when it's Virgo Sun Aries Moon, which I'm liking that, because that's actually very the energy of my soul, because I've got Aries Sun in the house of Virgo. So I feel I'll, like I said, I'll do a wee series around detoxing the mind, body and soul. I think I might just do what I done last year. I do it every year, so I must get the same sort of feeling but it's a stronger feeling because the Mercury retrograde is about my work. But I am being guided to do more healing videos. Again, there's always healing weaved into what I'm doing, but I do just feel like, you know, when there's always cards involved, a lot of people won't realise it. People that watch me all the time know, because you could literally feel like shit. Watch a video that's got nothing to do with you and then feel better. People tell me all the time they watch and they've got a headache, and then they watch something that might not even be their story and it goes away, or, you know, blah 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 blah, so you're not imagining it. Anyway, let's just see, could you give us some cards out of this deck? Just again, and if this bit doesn't make sense to you, it doesn't need to, but I'm just loving using these cards again because I didn't know where they were. Oh yeah, whoa. Independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of anything. Oh, I thought it said fear of anything. It says fear of surviving. Yeah, that's definitely going to make sense to somebody. Somebody's been given bad advice about a goddess. That's the feminine. The feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force and sensuality. That's really interesting. That's a different spin in it now. So again, just take whatever makes sense, because actually it was feeling like it was a divine feminine, female or male, had been given bad advice from a dad. But now that actually was reading like a dad has given a masculine bad advice about a feminine. So take whatever resonates, right? And we'll just see what else comes out here. Right, let's just, because I have done that, let's just see. So I'm going to ask for whoever this is going to make sense to, because like I said, I really just wanted to put a video out because I didn't have one for yesterday. I have got them on my phone, I just couldn't be bothered watching them back. So I'll watch this one and then I'll watch the other ones and decide when they go out. And if you're watching this at this point on the, what day is today? On Wednesday, if you're part of the membership, I will be putting out the New Earth message at some point tomorrow as well, yeah, because it's Thursday and I'm doing that on a Thursday. And I'll no doubt pop up for a wee spontaneous prayer circle where I basically don't focus on the cards. I just hold space for you to come in and let me know what you need help with, 1111. And like I say all the time, I actually pray for everyone that's connected to the whole channel every day, so as part of when I'm praying daily. So, but there's got to be something a wee bit more special about when you're actually letting me know what's going on, so just look out for that. And the thing is, I don't say an actual time because that would just get too annoying to navigate, but if you don't happen to catch me live in the membership, you know, I pray for you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and that kind of covers it all, you know what I mean? And also that's very in line with what I do every Virgo season, the mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. So anyway, right, give us the energy of where the feminine is at in this connection today. But I'm saying today, but we all know it's timeless. But let's just see and let me know if this is where you feel today. Karmic purge, mirror reflections. So, you know what? I always say my own thing, but because I found the guidebook to this recently, I want to see what the author says. And then that'll be quite interesting for me to see whether I resonate with that or not. But to me, this means like the feminine, you could be getting triggered right now with memories of the past, or like from, you know, things about your twin flame and the twin flame journey in itself, or there could be other karmic energies around you, anybody else in your life that are triggering you to notice patterns, and or could be things in the world, or you could be getting sick of your own repetitive things that aren't helpful, habits, addictions. mirror reflections, anyone around you that is causing some sort of triggering, but for your own growth. And like I say, like, it depends really how far you are on this journey. Like, I'm at the point where it's not that I won't get triggered by people, but I'm less triggered. Yeah, I am definitely less triggered than most, because I have recognised where there was people in my life that was causing more unhappiness than happiness, and I adjusted accordingly, to put it politely. And which is why I was saying the other day that that's how you know a true divine feminine energy, like a true divine feminine energy. It's somebody that isn't operating in the distorted anymore, because if you're still in that distorted energy, you're still going to be, again, that always sounds like that's a really bad thing, but it's not. It's just the truth. Like, I have been through that phase where I would still people please, or I'd put other people before myself, or I'd push myself to be too in my masculine when I need to be in the fit. You know what I mean? It's like I can confidently and safely say I'm past that bit. And it's like, even like, I don't make other people's reaction, behaviour towards me about me. Like, I can see, right, that must be something going on within them. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt when things change, but just less easily triggered. So that's what I'm feeling. That might make, so basically what I'm trying to say is I'm just going to actually take myself back into a point in time when I was being triggered. It would be things like, say you've got a friendship in your life or a family member around you where you have a lot of love for them, but you are recognising this is a really repetitive, unhealthy, codependent dynamic that I'm in. Like, this needs to go for me and for them. Like, for my sanity, for my mental health, for my safety, something. It really just depends what I'm talking about. I could be talking about abusive romantic partners here too. But something that's like not helpful. But again, I'm that mirror reflection, I think as well, that's to do with stuff you and your twin trigger each other with. But anyway, let's see what she says. So, mirror reflections. It's quite hard to find these in this book. Karmic purge. Mirror reflections. There it is, 63. So 63 could be significant, or 9. The Karmic Purge card shows up to reveal what you've not wanted to see in yourself through the mirror image of your other half. Yeah, that's basically what I was feeling. Again, it just depends. I just say different things, but it does feel like things are coming up within you about your twin flame. These reflections are certain to help you see all aspects of yourself. If you face your fear and confront yourself in the mirror, it helps you break old cycles of previous programming. And that's why I was saying that about, if you're in your true divine feminine energy, you can look in the mirror and say that you love yourself, and people will believe it because you do. Whereas that's how you should be able to spot when it's like, and again, this is why I say that's when you know people are still in their ego. It's not a race, it's not a competition. That alone says you're in your masculine. It just is what it is. And really, it's like, I feel that's why that message keeps coming through about the real people that have done the work there do need to be given the credit, because you can't fake that shit. You know what I mean? It is the feminines that are like, you know what, I unconditionally love my masculine and I accept him for who he is, and I unconditionally love myself and accept myself, and I'm not going to push for anything other than what is. Like, I accept things the way they are, but not in a defeatist mode. Like I say, you always, like, you pray for your masculine every day. You pray for them to see what they need to see in their life to better their life. And it's just, you do have that confidence of a true divine feminine that when they do see the truth about the twin flame journey and who you are to them in their life, and that you are somebody that's praying for them every day and wants the best for them, even when that means not being with you at certain points, ironically, they will actually find themselves finding their way back to you. Do you know what I mean? Because it's your own masculine energy. And that's the confidence that you should have if you are the true divine feminine. You shouldn't really be worried about it. There is no competition, you know. But that's quite a hard weight. That's quite hard to get your head around, and if you're not at that level of consciousness yet. But anyway, let's read the rest of this. I'm going to be very deep in a Pisces moon. When your other half triggers you, pause and pay attention to your response before you act. Stop, especially in the Mercury retrograde. Stop and ask yourself, how does my perception of them reflect my own weaknesses? Your answers reveal aspects of yourself that you may not have seen. It is crucial that you restore balance within yourself before your other half can find balance within. This karmic purge will continue until you both have fully surrendered and are willing to face the other half in the mirror, where you both discover your true self. Right, I'm not going to go too deep with this, but what I'm going to say is, like, what instantly came to me there is, whenever I've had, like, kind of pulling the rug out from underneath me moments of usually hearing gossip, to be quite frank, unless it was, like, back in the day when I would have been out and about, and it would have been public knowledge that my twin flame was, like, spending time with somebody, I was always really protective from, not always, there was a few instances where I wasn't, and it was uncomfortable. I would just make sure that I was kind of doing my own thing with my friends, but basically I always felt I'm nearby. Yeah, hard to describe, but basically most of it, what I'm trying to say is, it's like, if I am thinking of one time in particular where I had hoped that he was further on in the journey, like, as in maybe ready to have a conversation, or, you know, grown-up conversation just about, I don't know, just to talk, just to clear the air on some things, and then that wasn't the case, and so that is triggering, you know. And what's quite fascinating to me as well is, I'd even had other people do readings, and, like, they'd picked up the same feeling that I had, so, which wasn't, it's not that it wasn't right, it just, he wasn't there yet. So quite interesting, isn't it? But what that says is, it's like, that is somebody that's really able to disguise, like, where they're at, like, energetically, you know what I mean? But that's really funny. That makes sense to me, because I could do that too if I wanted. but also, it's just like what I say all the time about, like, you know, it's why I'm very frank and honest about my own personal experiences. And but I try to be classy about it when it comes to other people that have read my energy. I keep it honest, because it's like, you know, there isn't an exact science. Like, that's why I don't like to see it that people are wrong as such. It's just, I think people need to be more in the know about, you're not reading real time energy, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that's the best way. It's hard to describe it, isn't it? Because, like, you know, when I think about, when I do read yours guys' energy, on a live stream, I think a lot of that can be real time energy, because if you think about it, it always resonates with the person. Do you know what I mean? Like, and even when I do my own cards, it always resonates with me too. But there is something about, on the twin flame journey, when it's like a pre-recorded or even a live energy, when you're tapping into where you and your twin are at, it's often, for them anyway, that can pick up, like, way in the future energy. It's not usually current, even if people are saying it's currently. I don't really think it is. Oh god, I don't know. That's as clear as mud. But anyway, let's see what the masculine gets. In fact, let's shuffle and see. I'll put that card out again, or I might not, but let's just see. Where's the masculine at? So basically, the feminine right now, whether you're male or female, you're either being triggered by your twin, like, if they're in your physical lives, like, or, but it more feels like it's going to be like memories of them, and things that they've said and done, and the way they've acted, and are triggering you. And that actually really makes sense with it being a Pisces moon right now, because that is the subconscious and the past. So, like I said, it doesn't need to be a bad thing. It doesn't mean, like, you're dwelling on it, sitting there, like, you know, hating on them or anything, but it could just be like you're recalling things that weren't so nice, and it's coming up for you to look at. Like I said the other day, like, on a Pisces moon, I usually at some point during those couple of days, whether it be in sleep, like, you know, when I'm half going to sleep or I'm half waking up, or which is when you can get a lot of downloads coming in. But really, just that, like, I can sometimes I strongly feel my twin flame doing that, like thinking about things that have happened. I mean, that really can happen whenever, but I feel it strongly in a Pisces moon. Right, so let's just see where this masculine's at. Can happen whenever, because if it is your true twin flame, you're always connected. You know what I mean? Ooh, juicy. I wondered why I was using these. I don't know. Like, again, I do use them quite a lot, these cards, but like I've said before, I always find it really funny that, like, I don't know, it's not something I see a whole load of people using. So, and I do like them. So anyway, and because I got them when they very first came out a few years ago. Right. Oh, for God's sake, masculine twin. So the alarm's going off. Oh, actually, that's my. I'm like, that's my tea. Don't worry, it's not something that can burn. Right, masculine twin releasing lower self. 76. The twin flame reunion starts by restoring harmony within your inner soul polarities, which brings balance to your inner masculine so that your inner feminine feels loved and supported. Is this the one where I said all that stuff, or was it the one before? Oh no, it was the one before. Oh God, I might need to watch that, and I'll join it on at I'll basically join the video onto this one. Oh God, I think I might have to, because it was quite a good chat. It was just like I thought, wait, but it was like, yeah, it was more. It just felt like my guides were just totally like flowing with some kind of teaching moment. I mean, I'm always a teaching moment because I've been on the journey such a long time, and I'm a teacher, and and also Sagittarius moon is the teacher. But it's I think it was more because I thought, oh, fucking hell, this is like, I'm now going to have to do it like all the other bits to it, and it's going to be really long, because it was just meant to identify who it's for. But basically, so if I don't piece it on together with this, I'll share it at some point. But what I'd said was, when I was in distorted feminine energy, like, I would have went on a night out and not really bothered too much about. No, that's not a good way to describe it either. I was going to say, like, you know, I'm not somebody that just would be so desperate to go on a night out that I would go with anyone, right? Like, it would be people that I had a lot of fun with and love spending time and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like, when I was younger, I would have been more naive, and I wouldn't have been as so bothered about thinking with my sensible head, like, wait a minute, is me and this person quite similar, as in we've both got an ability to get far too drunk, and then basically who's got their wits about them, kind of thing, right? Whereas I was describing that, like, you know, the kind of feminine energy I'm in now is like I don't drink anyway. And again, I don't even, next year, you know, I kind of feel like after that experience, I think I'm just being told, it really is now like time to just not even have these one-off times where I have a drink. But I don't know, I don't need to be so, I don't really, I go with the flow. If I want to, I will, but it's not in the kind of somebody else's I want to, I will, like it's all the time. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like, whenever it is I do go somewhere where I need to feel safe and protected, like, and that doesn't need to be having a man around me. It's just, I have my own masculine energy to protect me, or I'm with a friend who I feel very safe with. Whereas I have definitely had times in my life where I would have been so numb to my own feelings and my own self-love, where I wasn't really loving myself, because I could have been out with people where you know, I wouldn't have been that safe. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's and I think we've all went through that sort of phase, and I'm just using a night out as an example because it's the first one that sort of sprang to mind. But yeah, so typically the masculine twin flame has been emotionally emasculated and carries a stronger feminine energy within your twin flame counterpart template. That's a better way to describe it. If you are the feminine twin flame, you have been carrying greater masculine characteristics. Yeah. The masculine twin implies that the divine masculine role within your twin flame dynamic must be healed in order to restore union within. So this is, if you are the masculine, this is what's important, is that like you'll be guided to have stronger boundaries, be able to make a decision and trust in it and take action accordingly. You'll not procrastinate. You'll not be asking everybody else for the answer. A masculine leader knows what they want. They make the decision and they go after it. If you're kind of looking for the answer to everyone else and you're allowing yourself to chop and change and follow other people's advice, which again does actually fit in with the channeling I've done that I stopped to do this. And very strongly that was a father figure, which is hilarious because I was referring to that episode of New Girl. I think I did do that in this video, or was it in the one before? That it was, I was seeing the episode of New Girl where it's like a homeless man comes up to the table and starts singing that song at somebody's date. So do you mean, but it feels like a dad has given bad advice at some point, or like, you know, basically said to somebody like, that's not the best path for you. It feels like The Notebook, except instead of it being the dad, it's, you know, the mum in the Notebook, but it feels like a dad that is giving someone bad advice. But actually it's the mum and the dad in the Notebook that tell Ali that's not for you. So that, to me, Ali is like the masculine in the equation. You can accomplish this by reprogramming your personal life, it says personal lie. Oh my god, how... That's a mistake, but it doesn't feel like a mistake. Masculine, your personal lie. You know what I mean? It's like you're living a lie. Fucking hell. Your personal life from not feeling good enough into your ultimate truth. Maybe it's not a mistake. You can accomplish this by reprogramming your personal lie from not feeling good enough into your personal truth. Declaring you're more than enough. Now that's meant to say life, but that's one of these things that's like, it's a mistake, but it's not a mistake. And if you think about it, that's kind of like what a karmic lesson is. Especially if you're if you are the masculine, you will either now be in a relationship that feels like it's a lie and it's a mistake, or you've been in the past something that you wish you'd never got into, but it's not a mistake. That's why I call it divine mistakes. It's like you're meant to learn the lessons so that you know what you do want after it. Pay attention to any fixer patterns that may arise and surrender control of others or situations, especially where your twin flame is concerned. Focus on your needs. This helps you own your worth and transcend the lesser version of yourself and rise above challenges that have prevented your inner masculine from standing in your truth and feeling empowered. Yeah, and it's why I always say the masculine's lesson overall does tend to be you're backed up into a corner with people that overpower you and tell you how to think and tell you how to be, tell you who to be with. And I feel that's why the masculine can be very triggered by the feminine, because they can sometimes perceive that the feminine's trying to tell them what to do. And I do get that, and I think it's why at time to time I'm guided to just not do what I usually do every day. Because I can see it from my twin flame's perspective that it's going to feel like I've been sitting here for 3 years telling them that he's doing the wrong thing. But I mean, listen, there is an element of, I try to be classy about it, but there is an element of truth in that, you know, for everyone. It's that, but I always try to get across that I'm saying, whether that be mine listening to this as a masculine or any other masculine, you've not been doing the wrong thing. You've been doing what you're meant to be doing to learn what you need to learn for you to wake up. It's just, like I said, it is quite a weird and unique position I'm in, isn't it? Because I have to teach people as I'm going through the fuckery myself. But I just try to do my best at that. So, and be honest about it, because like I said, I don't feel there is a lot of honesty out there. But right, now let's just see what. So if you're the feminine energy that's being triggered by memories, or your twin, it feels like we're being triggered by memories. What energy oracle card do we need for today? I'm just going to do an energy oracle card and a guide message, and I might do another one. I'll just see. So at 33 minutes though. Forgiveness, Jesus, energy. What guidance does the feminine need, or it could be the masculine's feminine side as well? Wow, oh my god, yeah. Rest and rejuvenation. What have I been saying that my guides were telling me, and God basically, that this Pisces moon was going to be about in particular? Resting. And it's always about resting, but I do get what they meant. It's like, I honestly did just not do very much at all yesterday, and I loved it. Like, I loved not channeling or anything like that. I just needed to just rest, and then, you know, I can do this today, but at my own pace. Oh, that's my mum coming along now as well. But I always feel, you know, when a text comes in general, you could get unexpected communication, although that wasn't unexpected. She has meant to be coming along. Or I suppose there could be something about, oh yeah, either a mum, a mother, or your own feminine energy, just because of who it was that messaged me. So, but it's always probably going to be my mum when I get a text on this. Rest and rejuvenation, relaxation, meditation. This card shows a man in a meditative, tranquil state, and then also, especially because if this is some of the men that are being guided to balance their feminine energy, this might resonate more. But again, you could be a woman that is the masculine that needs to be more in your feminine. I know it's confusing, but hey, that's just how it is. The message here, again, you know, that's the thing. I get frustrated with how I describe it in public, but, you know, I do get enough backup, I feel, thank you, those of you in public that do that, that I can better help you with this one-to-one. Like, because it is quite lengthy. I need to listen to a bit of your story and what you've experienced. And trust me, I can identify in about 10 minutes what one you are. Regardless of what one you think you are, I can spot which one you actually are. And then you can listen to what comes through from God and the guides and take it on board. Or you can be like, no, that was a load of shite and live your life, you know. But most people do take it on board and it makes sense, you know. And then they know what to adjust in their life. They know what to work on, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. So the message here is, it's time to relax. You may have been busy lately, but you should soon be finding more time to just let go, which is what I done yesterday. Again, I literally just chilled, watched some New Girl, made sure I ate and slept, and yeah, and it was really good, and it was what I needed. When you do allow yourself to go within and open up to the peace and wisdom that are vibrating there, and actually, can I just say, as an added thing, which is only for females, depending on what stage of your life you're in too, that is really, though it's important for everybody, but especially if you're getting a bit older, that's very important for balancing your hormones, but it's important for everyone, male and female, for balancing your nervous system, you know, to have days like that. This card upright indicates that there should be more leisure time for you now and more of an opportunity to engage in peaceful thinking. But this is particularly very important for people that are the divine feminine, because your masculine is moving into their true divine masculine energy, and we see that by the releasing lower self. I'm getting really geeky about this, but you see how it does really make sense actually. So make it a priority. Your connection to spirit brings great assistance, but it can only be achieved through regular relaxation meditation. Now is a great time to make sure you insert this gentle activity in your daily life, and especially if you're listening today, because it is the last of the Pisces moon. Endings and rest and exhaustion and burnout if you don't do that. In many ways, this is far more productive than unceasing action. Yeah. I make relaxation a part of my daily life. Peace and quiet bring me clarity and joy. Yeah, and that's true. You know, it's important that you do it as a part of your daily life. Like, you know, for instance, I like to have, generally most days, if I haven't, you know, maybe something a bit different's happened and put my schedule out of whack, but, or sometimes I sit too long in a live and it's like, oh, it's too late and now you go and have a bath, but usually when I've done that, I've had the bath before, to be fair, so it balances out. But basically, I usually like to have a bath, you know, at least like a couple hours before, or an hour before sometimes, but you know, a couple hours, or sometimes like 3-4 hours before, like, I'm getting settled into my bed, because I like to have my Epsom salts and everything, and you know, it's just time to relax. But some people find that too annoying. Like, some people don't like relaxing because their trauma comes up when they meditate or relax too much. So I do understand that, and that's when it, you know, seek more healing, so that you can get into that place where you can relax, and that, you know, that is possible. I know some of you feel like it's not possible, but I've literally helped a lot of people listening through that, so it is possible, you know what I mean? Give yourself that gift of moving through the pain so that you then can enjoy the quiet moments like that, and it's not bringing up all the bad things that have happened to you. Right, give me a guidance for the masculine releasing lower self. Holy fuck, okay, this is important then. The old storm warning. And again, it can be for the feminine's masculine side too. And also just the feminine feels what the masculine's going through, so, and the masculine can feel the feminine too, you know what I'm saying? But I just got drawn to broken heart while I was trying to find the card. Clouds on the horizon. This card indicates a potential difficulty either in the external world within yourself or your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is to be conscious yet not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honour yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. As with all difficulty, even the worst storm passes. Always remember you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. And I feel this is because the masculine's choosing what they actually want, and they're coming up against a lot of resistance. I have the power to overcome any obstacle, no matter what's going on, and I can be strong, confident, self-directed. And it makes sense to me that the feminine's being guided to be very in your feminine and rest, because this is helping the masculine come to peace and clarity about what they need to do in their life, which can still bring turbulence, because it's the people around them that don't like that they're standing up for themselves, basically. That's why I said it doesn't matter who I work with, male, female. The main thing I recognise is it's masculine's lesson, amongst other lessons that might be personal to you, is to learn to stand up for themselves, to speak up and say no, and follow their heart, you know. Right, so for the feminine, we have, oh my god, for the feminine, we've got Aphrodite. See, there's such a strong feminine presence. Again, it is the last degree of, like you said, it is the last of the very spicy Leo moon, I suppose. Right, so life force Aphrodite. Can I read this before my mum gets here? Yeah, there could be things about... I think there's things going on about mums and dads, to be honest, here. Or you being a mum or a dad, I suppose. Just balancing your feminine, masculine energy, because it's like the father card came up before in the other video, and now I'm going on about mums. 45. Oh my god, and this is page 63 too. Yeah, maybe somebody is actually 63 that's listening to this, because the other page number was 63. Seduction, libido, sexuality and attraction. Your sexuality is awake and on fire. Woo, feminine. And your lust, your appetites are in search of satisfaction. You're attractive, seductive and powerful. A green light. I feel this is the masculine is being pulled to their feminine. Like the attraction's like at an all-time high. And a green light of availability to a sexual partner's flashing. This is what makes the world go round, and nothing is more intriguing and exciting than your life force asserting itself. The key to enjoying this fiery essence is containment. You must control and direct your life force energy rather than allowing it to control and overwhelm you. Otherwise, you can become mindlessly addicted to your senses, which can cause that can be debilitating and enslaving. Delight in your sensual self, but be discriminating about where it leads you. Use your judgment. Raw life force is best partnered with reason, the greater force of love, to bring you heightened state of ecstasy you seek. Trust in the sensual goddess Aphrodite as she unleashes your passions, but respect her as well. Her message for you: use your fiery passions creatively, not destructively. Oh my god, that is perfect advice for the last degree of fiery Leo. Like, don't overdo it. Like, direct it accordingly. And also, that's like what I say all the time about, you know, that's how I know another true divine feminine, and I just don't come across them very often, because they'll not be bothered about getting involved with somebody else that they know isn't their twin flame, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you're comfortable within yourself. And because again, like, you know, I've said before, but I'm going to say it again, I am actually a very sexual person, but I'm having no sex. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, because I only want to have sex with somebody that is worth it, and unless it is my twin flame, it's not worth it, because it creates soul ties that hold you back, delay your union even further. So that's what I mean about, you know, be wary about that if you are being guided to get involved with other people, because your person is. You're just going to add more time on your journey, in my opinion, but also that is God speaking through me. So, oh, there's my mum. Hi. Right, quickly have time to read the masculine one. So I've given it a shuffle, pull the card. Oh my god, celebration joy guides. Woohoo. Well, that feels, yeah, see what I mean? It all makes sense now. And this makes sense why I was just guiding. Somebody needs this. This will make sense to someone in real time, it feels like, or later. But masculines are going to be celebrating, standing up for themselves is what I'm getting from that. Alignment, harvest, bonding and marriage. Oh my god. Marriage meaning union. So that's crazy. You're entering a period of great expansion, celebration. Your joy guides are at hand, ushering you in a season of abundance, celebration, and hospitality. You're loved, accepted, and trusted by those around you. This is a time when life gives back to you. You may become engaged, to get married, receive a promotion, land a deal, or just get a long-awaited lucky break. Whatever you desire, your joy guides are urging you to prepare for, because it's surely coming. But again, I feel this is definitely about a union coming, and that's why I've been guided to just record this for whoever needs it. Realise it's life's tides turn your way, and soon to become realised, positive flow of events isn't just a fluke or an accident or just a luck of the draw. Yeah, you've prepared for it, so congratulations to whoever this is for. Rather, it's the natural outcome of your unwavering efforts, commitment to your dreams and goals. Your joy guides message: plan for the party. You'll soon have a reason to celebrate. Hope this helped whoever needed it. I know that everybody is hoping it's theirs, but we'll soon see. Let me know.